Hi, I'm Samuel, and welcome to episode 1 of my video train blog series. Okay, so today I'm going to show you some quick stuff around the layout, some new additions, and maybe go over some new videos. But anyway, I first want to tell you a little bit about the setup that I run usually. So usually I run a Canon camera. It is very nice. I really like it. The audio is great, and so is the video quality. I like to put my camera on the tracks because I get a good distance away from the train when I'm doing a review. The tracks are usually greasy. Cleaning it is not the best thing ever, and there's still a little bit of grease there anyway. So I use these little wooden blocks. So I put the block on the track, and then I put the camera on top of it. I also have these other two tiny blocks if I need to put on a smaller space. Okay, so this area right here is my work desk. Right now I have some trains on it just because all my other storage space is full. I do keep all my catalogs up here. Here's the latest edition, the 2016 Volume 2. These are all in paper form. I have a bunch of them. But anyway, those curtains behind me that you see are right now Blue's Clues, and my grandmother is right now actually making some that are trains. So that is going to be one of the newest additions. I'll show you that in episode 2. I have a little hat here. I wear it every now and then when I'm just feeling in the mood to be an engineer. Sometimes I wear it to other people's houses when I go visit their trains. Not usually though, but sometimes I wear it just for fun. But yeah. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the layout. So when you first come into the train room, you notice the work office. As you can see, there's my train and my blocks. Over here, you'll notice I have a yardstick. That is because I like to put in the measurements of my trains when I do reviews of them. But sometimes I don't know the length of them, so I just have to measure them on the job. But anyway, here's the layout. Over here we have 3 engines. I've done reviews on all of them except that one. Over here I have a MTH Pennsy Decapod. Over there I have some more engines. I also have this TV right here, which I got at I got it for about $25. It has a little built-in VCR. And for those of you who haven't caught up on this yet, the last company that made the VHS runners has quit. So I decided to get a TV that had them as well. And I have all these things here and a collection of them that I have not watched yet. So when I'm just sitting around the layout and I have nothing to do, that's what I do sometimes. As you can see here, next to them, I have some trains. Haven't done a review on that. Might do that in the future. There are some Ringling Brothers cars. Actually, the newest one is that one right there. I might do a review on them when I get more. Over here, you can see we have some trains on the tracks. And here's a big dresser drawer, but let's see what's inside. Trains! I have 2 Amtrak passenger cars, some other miscellaneous stuff. These are mostly conventional stuff that I don't use a lot. Let's look in here. More trains. This is the Chessie System Lion Chief Plus engine and some Boy Scouts of America cars. In here I have some more cars and a whole bunch of track I don't know what to do with. In the lower shelf I have a bunch of HO track that I was given from my uncle. And I don't set it up because they're very big curves, and I have very little space in my floor to set it up. And they don't run that great, but they will run, but I only set them up occasionally. And then if I scoot this train out of the way, we can look in here. And as you can see, there's my Amtrak Dash 9. I have some passenger cars in there, and I have some other miscellaneous cars in there too. And if we look on top of it, there's even more trains. Here is a non-powered and a powered Boston and Maine GP7 unit, Lion Chief Plus. There's a Legacy Auxiliary Water Tender there. There's a Amtrak car. There are 4 tiny, smaller Barnum and Daily cars. And there's some other cool cars back there. And over here you can see I have all my smoke fluid lined up. And here's a smoke fluid dropper. Anyway, I want to tell you about the track for a minute. So this is the main line. I have a station that my grandfather used to have, and another station I got in the North Central passenger set from Lionel. And the main line goes off into this siding. We'll go on that later, and we'll also go on that siding later, which meets right about here. And then you can see there's my favorite billboard, the Uncle Sam's Roasted Coffee. And then it goes into this tunnel under the bed. I put some cardboard stuff there just for the video so that it actually looks like it's going into the tunnel and you can't see in there. Now, they are just sliding out sometimes, so if there's ever a derailment, I can just slide it out easily and look inside, and I can just put it up like that. And here's the other side. If you look in there, we can see some train ornaments. I love to collect them every year. Hallmark comes out with a new set, so I always get it. And there they all are in the tunnel. Moving along, here is the pathway. There's the workspace we were just at. But I like to think of this as a train crossing, so usually I have the train blow a grade crossing signal right here. But then it just kind of comes along here, along that stretch. Then it makes some tight curves, which some of the trains don't like. Then it comes around here, and we're back at the beginning. Going along this siding, it breaks into two. We'll go along the shorter one first. This is going to be a train storage area, and as you can see, I'm just storing some extra cars right now. But the reason I don't put my trains on here often is because that transformer over there only puts 80 watts of power onto the track. And as you can see, I have a lot of track over there, a lot of track behind me. And 80 watts really is just barely enough to do all this for at least one or two trains. Sometimes I will actually disconnect the track so there can be more power to the trains. But sometimes when it goes over a switch or a dirty piece of track, it will cut off, and that is not too fun. So I don't usually store any engines. I might someday when I get more power. Oh, by the way, this thing right there is a little uncoupling section powered by this button. You just press it and it'll uncouple it. And if we raise this up, there's some wires under there. And I like to do that because then they're kind of hidden out of the way so you don't really see the wires, because seeing wires on a layout isn't the best thing. But anyway, this is kind of like a siding for cars. And it goes all the way around. There's the tunnel. And then it loops around over here. And it comes all the way around, so it almost connects to itself again. Anyway, following this track, you can see we have an engine sitting there. It just comes along here. And then it goes into this area. I like to think of this as an engine service facility, kind of like this is the roof of it. But that's a long track, and sometimes I just use it for storage and stuff, because right now, as you can see, I'm starting to run out of storage, and building shelves into the wall probably is not going to be the best thing. Okay, let's talk about the power for a minute. So, as I already mentioned, this is an 80-watt transformer. It will run any conventional locomotive. As you can see, I've already warmed those off. That used to say whistle there, but it doesn't anymore. And anyway, over here we have the remotes. So this is the remote for the Boston, Maine. This is the remote for the Santa Fe that we saw in the first drawer. And this is the remote for the Chetzy system. This is an MTH DCS remote, and this is the box. And it controls that one. And I also have another MTH engine over there, but it will not go into the remote for some reason. So I'm going to take it over to a friend's house and ask him how he got it to work. But anyway, over here we have the main system that I use, which is the Lionel Legacy. Very nice. If you ever wonder what I run most of my trains on, that's what I use it. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. And I just wanted to say that yesterday I looked on YouTube and I found out that I had gotten 11 subscribers. So if you're already subscribed, thank you very much. When I'm going to get about 15 or 20 subscribers, I'm going to do a trains running video, because so far I only have about 6 minutes of trains and I wanted to have about 10 or 20 minutes of trains. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment to this video. I'm also going to be doing a questions and answers video sometime, so if you have a question at all about trains, put it in the comments below. I'll read it and I'll put it in the next video. Anyway, that's all for now. I'm Samuel, and I'll see you next time.